Hello there, it's Future Ibrahim, and I'm just here to provide some much needed context for this episode because it was supposed to be about nostalgia, but we ended up talking a lot about our school, so it became school stories too, at least the first half anyway. And there's a few things that we shouldn't have said in here because they're a bit private. And so I've had to censor a bunch of stuff, and that might make it so that you guys don't understand. But I've tried to edit it in such a way that you should be able to comprehend the large majority of it. So when there's censors, just for the most part, those are just names of our friends. That's just like some things that we were mentioning. And that's all there really is to it. And it's only for the first half as well. So hopefully it's understandable. Obviously, if I could show you all the details, I would, but I've had to censor every name that hasn't been part of this podcast before. And the only other thing I should mention is, I guess, the group name that we had for a long time was Higher Gang. I'm not going to tell you what the origins of those names were, but that is where it came from. So yeah, enjoy the episode, and I hope it's not too hard to understand. Okay, I've started now. My future self knows. Hopefully there won't be any mistakes now.
All right.
Okay, let me just adjust some volumes real quick, because... Wait, Solomon, can you say something quick?
Hello.
Ooh,
Yeah, you're
quite
way too
loud.
quiet on mine.
For
Way
me,
too quiet
quite
on
loud.
mine. Oh, is it? What the hell?
Yeah.
Solomon, say something again?
Hello.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
speak
fine.
to it.
Okay,
shout.
yeah, fine. Yeah, just scream really loud. Yeah,
No,
just the
don't do
entire...
that. Don't do that. No. All
No,
right.
I'll
Cool.
just speak normally, innit?
I don't know how to adjust volume for Craig. Like, I don't know what Craig hears. Like, because me and Sona are hearing different things. I don't know what Craig
No.
is hearing.
That's fine. I've adjusted my volume for Solomon, so it's
Yeah.
fine now.
Yeah, but I hope the Craig bot's hearing him.
I'm sure
I guess we'll
Craig will
find
hear
out.
him. Yeah, I'm sure Craig will hear him. I have him
Alright,
at the
cool.
same volume as I have you now. So if I can hear you, I should be able to hear Solomon, and so Craig should be able to hear both.
Yeah, and if it's too bad, I'll just update in post anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready, lads?
Yeah.
We haven't
If you
recorded in
want,
a while.
we could talk like first, like, nah, actually, you know what? It'd take way too long. I was gonna say we are gonna talk about Israel Palestine, but that would get
Yeah,
way
knit
too
back
heated,
music.
way too heated, way too quick, and we'd end up taking the whole episode.
We might have to do a sequel because there's so much new to it now, and I absolutely hate my performance in that episode. I think I did so bad in that one.
No, I think it was fair. Back then, I was a bit more central, in my
Yeah.
opinion, but now
I think,
I'm like fully for
yeah.
Palestine, fully for
Back
Palestine.
then, I was very much on the side of Israel, and I think that a lot of that was because of my whole religion thing that was going on. Like, I
Yeah, I
felt like
knew
I
that.
was very
I knew it.
biased.
I knew that
Nowadays, I'm not
100%.
so biased anymore. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're in episode 11, right? Oh my days, a season finale after that. I didn't even realize. Wow.
We could do Israel Palestine for season finale.
I thought you wanted, I thought you wanted to do racism. I don't mind both. Honestly,
Oh,
both are
I
good.
think we should do
They're
Israel
both really good.
Palestine because right now it's a bigger issue, and
Yeah.
then we come back with a new season with racism. Racism start off with a bang, innit?
It's a pretty good start, yeah. We're gonna get a nil on that one. We're gonna get a nil there. We're not
Yeah.
gonna get Schloop. I don't know what he's doing anymore, but I mean, we ended on good terms, but I don't know where he is now. Um,
I don't
we'll
remember
see how it
ending
goes.
on. I don't remember ending on good terms, but
No, it was like we ended on bad terms, but afterwards, we kind of there was no grudges there, so we kind of just moved on. And he
okay.
joined for a little bit, didn't he? I remember for one of the episodes. Then he didn't actually talk or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been chatting. I haven't even done the intro yet. Hold on. All
Yeah.
of this is going in the episode. Okay, cool. I'll start the intro. All right. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Infallible, Season 2, Episode 11. One away from the big Season 3, Season 2 finale, actually. And then we're into Season 3. Never thought we'd make it this far, but we're here. And I'm joined by, of course, my co-host Sona.
Hello.
And today we're joined by someone that he has attended before. I believe it was for tech he was here, but we haven't seen him for a while, and it's Suleiman.
Hello.
Suleiman, hello. Okay, cool. So, I'm keeping in these beginning things. So we've been chatting for a while. But today's topic is nostalgia, and it's a funny thing because just today, and I didn't know this, but literally today it is the 4-year anniversary for our group, our friendship group. The WhatsApp group chat was created today on the 20th of October, 2019, and it is now 2023. So, congratulations to us, I guess. The chat is a shell of what it used to be, but you know, we move, we move.
Yay! I
How do you
revived
lot
the
feel?
group. I revived it.
You know what? I think when the new people joined is when it went downhill, actually.
I saved you lot from going from extinction, so
Fair enough, fair enough.
I pride
Suleiman, what do you
myself
think?
on that.
Um, I don't know, man. I feel like after when we joined sixth form, everyone left, innit? All the people.
Um, well, like the former like group leader left, if you mean
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
But I think
sixth
it's like a
form.
golden age, basically.
Yeah, sixth form made life in general difficult because it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the way as like an OG who founded the group to begin with, like I was the first founder or whatever.
Mm.
For me, when it was founded in year 10, from year 10 to year like the end of year 11 was like the first golden age, I'd say. Everyone was on, it was super hype, everything was going, everyone was happy, whatever. Then in between, like during results day and everything, it started dying down a little, and we started having a little bit of feuds between like I'm censoring these names. There was a beef that happened there, and yeah, you guys aren't seeing this beginning stuff in the higher vid, by the way. I'm only talking about A level stuff. But anyway, then we entered A level, and you lot joined, and then we were in our second golden age because of COVID, right? So we couldn't go home. We were forced to be together, like in the what's it called, during lunchtimes and stuff. So we played cards, we played Among Us. Everything blew up over there.
Oh yeah, cards as
No,
well.
I remember that.
Cards Among Us. Yeah, oh, you remember all this? This is nostalgia, guys, nostalgia. And then
Yeah. We sit down, do blackjack.
exactly. And then once exams started coming near in the next year, that's when we started going downhill because everyone started going home at lunch. We started focusing on our exams more.
Mm.
Like certain members left the group in order to focus on their exams. Someone who started with a letter R in particular.
He needed to. He had no other choice. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, 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 true, to be fair. And then, yeah, well, that's when things started going downhill. And then obviously we're all in our separate things now. I think one of the big like things, the problem was that we all had different subjects, so we couldn't sit next to each other in lessons and stuff. That was a big deal. That
Yeah,
caused a lot of the issue. But
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, you got anything to add to that before I bring in our first nice topic? It's a very nice topic to start with.
No,
No, not
I'm not
really.
an, I'm not an OG member in it, so I don't know all this stuff.
Yeah, you don't know. Okay, so the first topic, like, I think it's quite nice, and I don't know if it's too much about nostalgia, but I wanted to discuss, like, how did we all first meet to begin with? What was our, like, because Sona, I remember when I first saw you was, I forget what it was, but I think it was like, I don't think it was the first day of school. It was like the thing before that, like an open evening kind of thing, right?
When you
Where,
first saw me,
yeah, when I saw you and Salad on the other side of the road. Salad was with us, like the OG members, and then Salad went to you lot, and I saw you, and I was like, that guy is huge. That's the first thought that came to my mind
oh
when I
me,
first saw you. Yeah, that's
thank you.
literally the first thought when I came to my mind, and I was like, who are these
Uh,
guys? And then Salad like introduced us. Well, he didn't introduce us. He was just
the
pointed to
thing
you lot, and he
is,
was like,
the thing
yeah.
is, me and didn't even know each other for that long. Literally had known each other for like a few like days, but we were basically talking all the time, yeah, because we were I don't know, we just happened to share interests and stuff, yeah.
Whoa, I
Uh,
thought you guys knew each other. Like you guys were like a trio or something.
no, 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 and then no, knew Sarabaj for a while. Known Sarabaj, I think I don't know how, but they knew each other for a while,
I think it was
and
boxing or something.
then Sarabaj came up to both of us and said, "Yeah, come meet everyone," and we were like, "All right, cool, fine." And that is when I met you you first. I was doing work. I remember I was doing homework,
Yeah.
and then I met Junaid when he came over and asked who has the Liverpool ruler, and I was like, "What about Liverpool?" Because I thought he was going to insult Liverpool, and then I realized he's a Liverpool supporter too, and then we had a laugh over that.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So yeah, that was good.
What was your first impression of me? I'm wondering. Like, what was your first impression? Did you have one, or do you remember it?
I didn't really have I just thought there's another fellow human being. That's about it.
You
That's
know,
it. I didn't have any special like. I thought even though this is slightly rude, I thought Elijah was very short, and I was like, wow, he's very short.
wow,
Um,
I can't
and
believe that.
that was it. I didn't really think anything special about anyone yet. That was it.
That's so
Yeah.
funny because, like, in my mind, like, back then, I was having the power struggle, and like, I was like, someone's gonna take my spot, you know? He's gonna come
How?
in, he's gonna be the. You were like, every time you walked into a room, yeah, the conversation would go directly towards you, like, because you were able to like control it like straight away, and I remember I found that so like it was very like what's it called amazing to me, and I was like, this guy's popular, you know, he's gonna come for my number one spot. Even Anil thought that as well.
I'm not that far. And you tried hiring me so many times for
Yeah.
like a resistance against you, and I
I
was like,
know,
what is this?
I know wanted you to become the leader so that he could control you from behind. I was like, bro, what is it?
And it was dumb. How did you think he could control me of all people? Like, are you stupid?
For the podcast people who don't know, basically like there's a whole drama that happened with my group where like this is back then obviously, so we were kind of like obviously we don't have this stuff now, but I was the leader of the group and Anil was basically like this resistance measures guy. He used to always break the rules and I always used to send him to like a jail cell and whatever. And then he used to like rebel against me and he wanted to make Swana the puppet leader as like my replacement so that he could just do whatever he wanted. And it didn't work.
Yeah.
You were like
Solomon, do
the
you remember?
independent contractor.
Yeah, Solomon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Solomon, do you remember when you first met me? Because I don't actually remember first meeting
No,
you.
I don't. I know. I actually don't. I think
Yeah,
I
that's
met you through Salad and that, obviously, because the way I joined, I'll tell you my story. I was alone, just standing to one
Yeah.
side, and funny enough, Roger came over. No, no, I think it was one of the girls. I'm not sure what the name is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
I'll tell
said,
it as well.
yeah, they said, to Roger, oh, like invite him over to your group. And like I came to your group, and yeah, I remember Samuel playing back then 8 ball pool. Back then it was a
Yeah.
big thing,
Abel
and
Pool was
yeah,
massive.
yeah, back then, and yeah, man, weird.
Unfortunate, yeah. Solomon, what was your first impression of Sauna when you first saw him?
he
You know,
doesn't
I
remember.
didn't. No, I don't. I think that bit I don't remember. That's the thing. I think you sort of just
Ah,
mixed in. I didn't really like meet you like like that.
Yes, yeah, that's what I
you
think too.
you had no impressions of him being an atheist, nothing like that, nothing.
I
I
didn't
didn't. I didn't.
exactly.
I didn't even know like anything about him till I met him.
What?
Yeah, well,
Damn.
I didn't exactly preach that the second I met new people. Hey guys, by the
Exactly.
way, you gotta watch out. I don't believe in God.
It's
I feel
afterwards,
like
isn't it? After.
we had so many religious conversations. I had a feeling that maybe
Oh,
you'd like catch up on it or
no, no,
something.
no, no. I did like to discuss religion because I always discuss religion. I did it in
Yeah.
my old school, and it was always me against like 5 or 6 Muslims telling me something that I didn't know
Yeah.
about the Quran or something. Yeah, it was always interesting.
So Sonia, you joined before Suleiman did, right? I
Did I?
believe you might have, yeah, because like you joined like right after, like on the first thing when Salad introduced us.
Yeah, yeah.
So did you have any impressions of Suleiman when he joined, or is there anything like that? First
No,
impression,
I
anything?
just thought, oh, he's very quiet.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's
I
very
was.
quiet. So I thought, oh, okay, he's just gonna be one of those that just chills and doesn't talk much.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
And then he became our most like one of our most vocal members and my current right hand man as well.
yeah.
come on.
When he was part of that resistance, because Anil tried getting him into the
Yeah, he
resistance
was the
too, yeah.
resistant.
That I've never seen Solomon that vocal in my life ever. What he
Bro,
was texting was crazy. Like,
you guys have to understand. In my mind, Anil was a new guy. Suleiman was a new guy. You were a new guy, and you were causing all the trouble, all three of you. So in my mind, I was like, why did we bring these guys in the group? Why did we do this?
you know what you have, but you're bare like, you know what you're like Macbeth. You've got crazy anxiety over every little thing. Like, what is that?
Bro, my hands were not clean back then, bro. I swear to God. But yeah, the way the story basically goes like this, right? We were all chatting, and Suleiman was basically off to the side, and the girl's name was came to us, and she was like, "Oh, why don't you invite that boy into your group? Because, he's by himself, it's all alone. And we were like, yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, I remember that. Oh my days, I remember
Yeah, so
that.
that's what happened, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so I did come before you, Solomon.
Yeah, you
It
did.
wasn't
You
that.
did.
It wasn't that
I
long
saw it.
before, but
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
do.
the way it worked was Sona and came with salad at the very beginning. Anil came with, I believe it was, I think because of IT, right?
Yeah, I actually saw Anil on the first day as well before he
Yeah.
came to the group. Yeah, we gave
Do you
each
have
other
any?
a death stare for no
Is it
reason.
seriously?
Yeah, for no reason. I don't know.
It's
He
just
looked
fate.
at
It's
me
fate.
very weird, and I gave him a really weird look too, and that was it. And we moved on. And then I thought, well, I'm never gonna see that guy again. and then,
He was
and
probably
then
thinking the
somebody
same thing as
introduced.
me.
Yeah,
Well, that guy's huge.
yeah. I've had those comments a lot. I actually don't think. I think I might have been the biggest Indian in Chadwell Heath. You know,
I think so, yeah. The
I might
black
have
guy's
been.
taller than you, but like
Yeah,
Indian, yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
absolutely,
yeah.
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 Not a chance. But like and then obviously Suleiman came from that conversation at break. So I think he was the last, and then obviously right at the end from Monopoly, way
Oh,
later
yeah,
on.
and yeah.
Basically, well, I don't really know if he counts himself as part of a higher member. Me and him got along, and because I played cards with you lot, then he joined you lot. But I think he
Mm.
was mostly there for me rather than you lot, because he didn't really engage with higher that much. He didn't really do anything like that.
Yeah, 'cause
So
I remember when we were doing what was it on the last day, those activities. Do you remember?
yeah. The fun day thing.
Yeah, and we would just chill next to each other the whole time.
Yeah,
So
I
we were
think
just talking.
he was acquainted with you guys, but I don't know if he'd count himself as part of the group, like as we were.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that, he kind of just didn't. But I mean, we'll ask about him. Like, what was your first impression of Duh? Because like, I have an interesting story about him.
Like he seemed too cool for us.
Yeah. Sullivan?
No, I didn't really. You just like normal
Oh,
person,
my
isn't it? I
mic
don't.
fell
I
over.
don't. I don't really think too much about it. To be honest with you,
Don't think too
just
much.
no, just normal like a normal person, isn't it? Like I don't know.
I'm the one who's overthinking everything, bro. What the hell?
You are. You do.
That's been a curse of mine for a long time. I won't lie to you. But yeah, I mean, for me, like Yash and I, like there was another guy who I won't name, but him and Yash are connected over anime,
Yeah.
and I didn't really watch anime too much at the time, so I didn't really bond with that. But because I was friends with this guy, then I started chatting as well. And there's this very particular anime that he basically like he encouraged me to watch, and it's called Food Wars. You guys might have seen it,
Oh,
but
for goodness sake, that's such a waffle.
no, it's a great anime, but it's so
It's so
sus. It's
weird.
so
It
sus.
is. It's
It's
so weird.
actually it's not family friendly in the slightest.
No.
But basically, because Charuif sucks, our biology teachers were just never there for lessons ever. Every now and then, like there'd be a teacher, but otherwise it was just us by ourselves. And so every biology lesson, we would sit and watch Food Wars together. No headphones. Literally, we're just playing it on the speaker. So all the moans and stuff, all of
Oh,
it's
for
being heard.
goodness sake.
I had no idea that was gonna happen. And I literally the first episode, there's like this octopus scene. Oh my days! And I just turned
Japan,
to
obviously, no.
yeah, I turned to Ida and I'm like, "Yo, what have you put me on?" Because it's literally like a girl and like there's the whole octopus thing. Like I'm like, "What the hell is this?" But the
Yeah.
anime was pretty good. I won't lie. But yeah, that's and then ever since then we've just been chatting. Like he's a pretty good guy. It's pretty cool. I know the girls were very into him. Like there were many
Yeah,
girls that
that's
used
what
to
I've
talk
heard.
about him. I
Yeah.
think I think it's this incredible like jawline. It's probably that.
We used to talk about how we had similarities in language because he's from Nepal, right?
Oh,
And so he'd tell me a word and I'd understand it, and it's quite interesting because he doesn't look Indian, but he
no, no.
basically his language is basically like an amalgamation of Indian languages and some other languages, and it was like, wow, that's so cool that we can
Yeah,
actually
actually,
understand each other in some ways, you know?
I didn't actually know that. Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. So yeah, that was. I know our group. was basically like the outcast group, right? That was the group that you joined when no one else wanted you. Because like I remember in school, obviously to us now this is very silly, but there was like a lot of prestige and like being cool and things like that back then. And I know you, Sona, you were thought of pretty cool. So like a lot of people were like, "Oh, why is he hanging out with these guys?" And our former leader as well, he was basically like approached by like another friend, and the guy was like, "Why are you hanging out with this group?" As if he was too prestige for us or something. That's like what our group was basically about in a sense. Like we were the outcasts.
Yeah, that's really stupid to me.
It's a dumb. Nowadays, I think like back then we took it seriously, but nowadays it's a dumb idea. The idea of
Well,
popularity.
I can't lie. Yeah, I would. Yeah, one of my talents has always been the gift of the gab, right? Being able to talk
Yeah.
quite well.
Yap
So
sessions.
yeah, being able to like talk quite well. So I was like, when I join a friend group, right?
Mm,
I've become quite protective of it.
fair enough.
So like, if someone else comes over and insults the fact that this is a group, I'll violate them in every possible way using language. Uh, so yeah, that I guess my that was my prerogative when I came in. I was like, oh, these guys are so sheltered and innocent. I'm gonna end anyone who tries to touch them.
And they couldn't even do anything to you because you're just so big.
Yeah.
Guardian, you should have been the security guard, bro, though.
Yeah.
Silverman, you got
Uh,
any yeah, you got
no. I was just thinking, but yeah, go on, Solomon, because you haven't talked much. Yeah.
yeah, Silverman, you
Uh,
got any
I
stories or
I
anything?
remember, I remember when it was COVID, didn't it? The bubble. We all had to stay in the sixth room,
Oh
Mm.
and
yeah.
outside. I remember he was a kicked the ball. Remember?
I
And
was
it's and it hit.
Oh,
I don't know. It was one of
at
them.
the ceiling. At the ceiling.
Yeah.
I was
The
there.
whole piece came down. Oh
Yeah, I
my
yeah,
was there. Were
god.
you in the room when it happened?
Yeah, I think so. The whole
Yeah,
thing is.
I was in the room when it happened. Yeah, I was about 2 tables away. And when the
was it?
thing, yeah, when the thing landed, it landed right in front of this girl that was studying. I've forgotten her name.
Yeah.
But it landed right. Basically, if it was a few inches
Hit her
behind,
on the
it would
head.
have landed on her head. Yeah, and it came down with a proper crash, powder everywhere, dust. It was crazy. And I was just like, "What? How did that even happen?" Because I didn't even see the ball. I was like,
Yeah,
"How
I
did
just
that
see
even
you.
happen?" And then I
Exactly.
just see loads of boys running away from like outside, and I'm like, "All right, so one of them's done it." And then I knew. And then when the teacher came in, she was like, "All right, we got to check the security cameras."
They also
And
broke a bunch of computers as well, in the same way.
yeah, well, that's what you get for being a
Remember,
Chelsea fan.
remember,
Idiots,
remember the
bro.
study. The study rooms. We should have like
Yeah,
hour.
Yeah,
What
they
was
they
it?
banned the study rooms as well for that.
Yeah.
is it? What they ban the study rooms for?
Basically, so for the podcast people, what the story is that one of the boys, his name started with an E, I won't say it, but he basically kicked the roof, like he basically kicked the ball inside, and they did that many times. Most of the time, it hit a monitor or a PC thing and it broke it, but this time it hit a roof tile, which fell down and almost hit a girl on the head, and because of that, the teacher was like, "Oh, you cannot be trusted," and so they blocked off the study rooms during break and lunch for us. We weren't allowed to use them. And this was back when it was cold as well, so we really needed
Yeah,
these
I
rooms.
remember. Oh, I remember those days, man. It's
But
cold, freezing.
after a week, she allowed it again. Do you
Yeah.
lot remember the higher headquarters?
What?
Oh yeah, the
No.
canteen, isn't it? Was it
So you
canteen?
guys remember no, not just the canteen, the gym. You guys remember the gym?
Oh
It's like this
yeah, I remember that.
big blue room.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was like these
No.
Oh,
barriers, these like plastic barriers in between us.
Yeah, but I never went there.
You never went
Oh,
there?
you mean the giant gym? The giant one, the
Yeah,
big
the
one.
blue
yeah,
one, innit? The
remember?
blue one.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
that's not
remember
a
that.
gym though. That's a hall. That's a sports hall.
They used to call it the gym. That was the name for it.
The gym. There was
Yeah.
another gym in the
I know
building.
that was
That's a
like
proper gym.
so that was called the sports hall, and this one was called the gym.
That's dumb.
No, but that was the name for it. I don't come after me.
Yeah. Well.
And there was an actual gym as well upstairs with like they call that the fitness suite with like treadmills
Um,
and weights and stuff.
remember when we had the study for hour? Remember? Oh, I
study
hated
session.
that.
Yeah.
That teacher, I'm not gonna say
Ye-
about
Oh
flipping
yeah,
out
I know,
because
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, she was quite.
yeah,
Oh
You know what?
yeah.
To be fair, she kept the. She knew how to control behavior.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So like,
Did I tell you a lot about my schizophrenic episodes in the study room?
What?
you never failed to surprise me. You know that, Ibrahim. Like,
Basically, yeah. During every study session, I would hear every time, literally every time, Ibrahim, Ibrahim, and I'd turn around, yeah, and no one was saying anything to me. I'd be by myself on the side, and I got so scared, the whole time. I was so afraid.
that's so dumb.
I know, you know what the worst part was? It went through my headphones that I was using. It was like 100% in my head. I don't know why.
That's so stupid.
Ibrahim, Ibrahim, it had to be you, didn't it? And no one else.
Bro, my mind,
Yeah,
bro,
you know what?
it's
That's
it's
what
too much.
happens after studying schizophrenia. You start thinking you have it.
Yeah, it probably wasn't. It was probably just my brain tweaking for like, jeez, man. I've had that outside of outside of study as well. Like I've told you a lot about the time I heard a ghost sneezing behind me and there was no one there.
No, I've never heard that story.
I think I swear I told that one on the podcast
Nah,
before.
I
Now
don't think
you're
you have.
hallucinating people, telling
Yeah, that's
people
what I'm saying,
stories.
bro.
Like, what the heck?
Oh my days. But I was in the kitchen and I just heard a ghost sneezing behind me and I turned around like what the fuck? No one was there. No one was there.
You need to get some help, man.
I do need some help actually. I'm like,
Anyway, yeah. So let's move on from the history of hire because most people won't get that.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, fair enough. Like just the part of like meeting each other was the main thing.
yeah.
Uh So the next thing I wanted to talk about is just nostalgic items in your life. Is there any like nostalgic stories you have, things you listen to that you feel nostalgic about? I can go first if you lot don't, if you want to think about it for a bit.
Yeah, you go first. Go on.
Yeah, go on, Ibrahim.
All right. So there's one thing in the entire world, right, that doesn't matter what mood I'm in. If I hear it, I'm out. I'm out. And that is the OST for Super Mario Galaxy 2. The greatest game ever created, but it was the first
Whoa.
game I ever played. Well, not really, actually. My first game was Wii Sports, but like this was the first game I played on my own, like proper.
Okay. You know what? Fair. Okay. You know what? It's not an outrageous take. It is a
Wait,
pretty
wait,
sick game.
you didn't even let me get to my like segue
Yeah.
into Clouding
Sorry. Like, I
Judgment.
just
Yeah,
couldn't. I couldn't let the whole greatest game ever made. Like, good.
Well, that song has ruined it. I was gonna be like, oh, well, speaking of which, you might think that take's pretty terrible. Well, now we're gonna talk about Clouding Judgment, but no, we're not gonna do it anymore. That's gone. That's it. Finish.
Go on
It's
then.
not
Go on then.
happening.
Go
No, no,
then.
no, 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 no.
Go. Fine
Anyway,
then.
that
Fine.
we'll let you guys do your thing now anyway. But the music for it, the game itself, there's anything that's extremely nostalgic for me, it's that. And like in particular, whenever I hear it, I always think of a like it's daytime outside, but like
Mm.
the room is pretty dark. And there's always this one song is from this like it's like a Honeybee Galaxy, and it's like this banjo song that always comes in my head. It's just such a good game, such a good game.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
is a
like
pretty good game.
have you lot got any like nostalgic things like that? Like
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
think of you just it
yeah.
transports you to another world sort of.
For me, when I was in year 7, Fortnite. That
Oh,
was
Oh,
that was one of the biggest games that obviously when I was in year 7, year 8. That's a big thing for nostalgia, man. Like
Fortnite
the
was
theme
massive, yeah.
tune. Like I remember I should come home every day. Guys, let's jump on Fortnite, jump on Fortnite. And like, it's about all these packs and that, all these skins and yeah, man.
is
I
it
can't
not
like,
still massive?
no, it's died down now. Like 'cause they keep
Really?
changing. Yeah, because
Honestly,
they keep changing it. Like when they first started, that's when it was a hype.
yeah, but
That's when it
nowadays
was.
it's still good.
Yeah,
Think
but
about
it's
it,
not
yeah.
the same. It's not
Think
the
about it.
same though.
There are some kids right now
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
let's still play it.
are going into nursery while you were playing Fortnite in year 7, year 8. They'll be going into nursery now.
crazy.
Crazy, crazy, man.
Can you
That's
imagine
actually
that?
no,
2017 is almost 7 years ago.
actually no. They won't be going to nursery. They'll be going into proper school now.
Yeah, proper school.
Yeah,
Like
and
they're 6, 7 years old now.
I remember always used to rage quit every time I got killed. You're
Same.
78. You're pissed off, bro. Ready throw the controller. But
I
yeah,
know I
man.
used to, when Fortnite first came out, I didn't have a good computer. So I used to play it on my shitty laptop using a trackpad, not even a mouse, a trackpad.
Yeah.
And it used to
I
go at like 10 frames a second.
I never played it. I've
What
never
was
played
it?
Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite.
Mm.
No, I didn't
Bro,
understand the hype.
we
I
gotta
was
hop
like,
you on
Yeah.
it, bro.
what is this? You're running around a CBBS looking landscape with a giant axe.
At the time, you gotta imagine like the genre of like battle royale was a massive thing. Like the
Yeah.
idea of 100 people, one map, last man standing. That was a
Yeah, but
massive
do
deal
Yeah.
back then.
some Modern Warfare or something, or
Was
like,
Modern Warfare even like a big thing that back then? I swear
No,
everyone
but
oh
hates COD.
no,
my
but
god!
no,
Wait,
but
don't
Doesn't
tell me you
everyone
guys
hate
are too
COD though?
young to understand how legendary
no,
Modern Warfare is.
no, but you know, modern warfare.
Oh, the
Was more
first
for
one.
it wasn't for like kids though.
Oh
Like
man,
True.
it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
yeah, but
Anyone
Also,
that
played
also
one.
Modern
Fortnite was
Warfare.
Yeah,
free as well. Fortnite was free as well.
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
big thing. Fortnite was
yeah, that's right.
free.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
big
right.
thing. It was the first game that I remember, at least the first big game to take advantage of the model of making the game free, but including
Yeah,
loads of microtransactions.
very true.
Yeah,
And it worked, and that's why so many games do it now, like Among Us, and well, Among Us doesn't have many microtransactions. I don't know, but so many
Like
games use
pets
that
and
model
stuff.
now,
Yeah,
where we make the game free, but charge them crazy
yeah,
amounts
yeah.
for little skins and stuff that they want. So
It works. It definitely works.
yeah, it does work. For me, nostalgia. I'd say probably the most nostalgic thing you experience is probably music, in some way.
Yeah, same for me.
yeah.
So, man, there's a lot of nostalgia. All right, did you guys ever watch Cartoon Network?
All the time.
Yeah, do you remember Regular Show, Adventure Time,
Yeah, yeah,
Amazing
yeah.
World of Gumball? Do you remember? Right?
Amazing World of Gumball was the best one by far.
Right. It was the best one. People don't understand that. They'll say Regular Show, but it's not. The best one
Amazing
was
World of Gumball
Amazing
you
World of
can
Gumball.
watch as an adult. You can literally watch that
Yeah,
as an adult.
right. So I remember when those shows were first announced as coming out, right?
Whoa.
Yeah. So it was new, like it was new. Like, oh, here's the first episode of Regular Show. And I was like, this looks dumb, but I see in it. I might as well watch the first episode. I remember the first episode was the Power Glove, something like that.
I don't even
Um,
remember.
yeah, it was a Power Glove, something like that. Yeah. And they have to fight an arcade monster or something. Yeah. So yeah, that was a big deal. I
Yeah.
still get like nostalgia because it reminds me of my grandma's house. Because back then I was living with my grandma, so I would watch these shows on Cartoon Network and Amazing World of Gumball, Adventure Time, all these lot. I remember when they first came out, so it's a big
It's
deal.
big.
Second most another. There's a lot of I'd say there are
Many
some
things.
smells. There are some smells that can be nostalgic.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Like when I'm every now and then in Good Mates, because we all live roughly in the same area. Solomon, you live in Barking. It's not that far away,
Yeah.
right? Um, every now and then you'll get that hit of a smell that reminds you of
Yeah.
it probably reminds you of Pakistan, but to me
Yeah,
it
petrol. I
reminds
was literally gonna say petrol.
yeah. It reminds me of India.
Yeah, the Asian
Yeah,
smell.
naturally,
When you
yeah.
go when you go Whitechapel, so you can smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Literally
I'm like,
Pakistan too.
you get that whiff of petrol over
Yeah,
you, and you're like, "Well, I'm back in India," and it's all like a yellow tint everywhere.
It's so true.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally so true. For me, it's
So
also
I'm
the smell of vinegar as well.
really vinegar
Yeah,
reminds you
it's
of.
weird. It's really weird. You guys are not gonna believe this yet. But for me, the smell of vinegar, it has no correlation, but it reminds me of Spain, and I've never been to Spain. But the reason it reminds me of Spain is because of this, like literally none of this makes sense, right? Literally none of this correlates. But this was during the World Cup, right? This was like back in primary school. And Cocoa Pops,
oh
I told you none
yeah,
of this makes sense. They did
I
these like
remember.
promotions for like
The
these little
balls,
tiny
isn't
balls.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
And
that.
I
I remember that. Yeah,
remember I got
I
like a
remember. Yeah.
Spain one. I got like a Spain one, and I just somehow my brain associates vinegar with Spain now. I don't know why. This is so dumb.
psychology in it. It's a bit weird.
I know it's just dumb, innit? But yeah, those balls were those are sick. I don't even know what happened to mine.
Yeah.
I
I
got it.
remember for me, it had to be Lazy Town and Ben 10 best shows.
Yeah, that was a good. For me, it was
That
Tom and
was
Jerry.
Lazy
Oh my
Town. At least
days.
yeah,
Lazy
Tom and
Town.
Jerry.
Oh my
that,
days.
that was the best. I'm telling you.
Sporticus.
Yeah, at least
Sporticus.
Rip,
Yeah.
I
Rip
had the
Stephen
whole
Carl.
thing as well. I had the whole like thing as well. The
Hey,
whole
hey,
like
hey, hey, 64 Zoo Lane.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, 64,
Yeah.
64, 64,
Hey,
Zoo Lane.
you know what? For a second, Ibrahim, I thought you might be too young to remember
What
that.
do you mean, bro? I'm
No,
like 2 years younger than you.
no, no, I know, but at that age, 2 years is quite a big difference, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
true.
so
I
that's what
was
I was
watching that
thinking.
shit all the time.
Yeah, and I
Bro,
was like, oh my, there are some kids that have grown up today that would never watch SpongeBob.
Oh, nah, there's some kids who grew up today that watch the shit SpongeBob, not the good SpongeBob.
Do you know how legendary SpongeBob is? How
yeah.
It's
legendary.
so sick.
It,
It's
it,
so
Cool.
good.
that, SpongeBob and Simpsons is arguably the greatest animated show ever made.
Ah, I don't know about that one, bro.
Whoa, what's better then? What's better?
I feel like the pioneers like Tom and Jerry were better. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, but
Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, those are. I mean,
nah,
to be fair, you
Looney
can't really
Tunes.
compare them.
Tom and Jerry was okay. Yeah, Tom and Jerry was pretty brilliant, but Tom and Jerry died.
No, it
Like,
didn't.
yeah, it did. Like,
I mean,
have
so
you
did
never seen?
SpongeBob. To be fair,
Have you seen the last episode of Tom and Jerry? The
no, but have you
original?
seen the last episode of SpongeBob?
No, because there is none.
Yeah, I
Yeah, well,
can't
like
lie.
it's like
SpongeBob
the
is
last
carrying
episode,
on.
huh?
Nah,
SpongeBob, yeah, but SpongeBob is nothing like what it used to be. Now it's
no,
just a
no, no.
cash cow for them.
Well, the canon ending of SpongeBob was the movie, the first movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the canon ending, and I'll accept that as a canon ending because the creator, what's his name, Steven Hillenberg, said that whatever happens after this will always be the ending.
Yeah.
So I will accept that. It doesn't matter what they do to the character, what they change, that will always be the ending in my head.
The movie
Right?
was so much better than the second one.
It was so brilliant. It's just SpongeBob is too legendary. Like seriously.
It's sick.
Anyway, yeah.
You
What
could
was I
make an
gonna say?
argument for that.
What was I gonna say? You asked something earlier. What was it? Just a second ago.
We were talking about TV shows. I said that Tom and
Yeah.
Jerry's better. You said it was the most legendary show of all time, and then I was like, Tom and Jerry's better.
But Tom, yeah. Have you ever seen the last episode of Tom and Jerry?
I
There is a
probably
last
have,
episode.
but I can't
The last
remember it.
episode is when Tom had a girlfriend and she gets taken away from him and he gets depressed, right?
The white cat.
What? Yeah, yeah, and the black cat takes her away.
Oh yeah,
And then Jerry also has a girlfriend, but she gets stolen from him, right?
yeah.
And they're both sitting on the train tracks.
Isn't it
Yeah, and then the train is coming, and then it just turns to black.
crazy?
That's the
So they
actual
just.
canon ending of Tom and Jerry.
But there's more than just Tom and Jerry. There's Tom and Jerry Tales. There's like a new
No,
Tom.
but
There's
that's
always a
the
new show.
original,
There's a new show.
the original series. But that's how it
Yeah.
technically the original creators of of Tom and Jerry.
There's a theory that Tom and Jerry didn't actually fight, like they were friends, but Tom had to pretend to chase Jerry so that the owner wouldn't kick him out. That was
Oh,
like
that's quite interesting.
that's like the theory. And like I don't know, there was a theory with the dog as well and like the black cat as well. But I forget all of it now. It's been a while. But I remember, the Tom and Jerry movies.
Yeah.
I remember there was like one about pirates and I owned it on DVD. Like you remember DVD players and shit. And I
Yeah.
had there was only one movie aside from that I ever owned, like that I remember on DVD, and that was Monsters vs Aliens. Do you guys remember Monsters vs Aliens?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, of
remember that.
course. Of
OG
That
course I
man.
was
do.
Love it.
looking back on it now, it's kind of a shit movie. I can't lie to you, but like owning it on DVD was something else. Like nowadays DVDs aren't a thing, but back then that was the way to watch it. Sick. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's my. So we've covered the media basically. Do you lot think like so? For example, we've had a situation of this right now. So Sona, for you, SpongeBob, but for me, Tom and Jerry's a lot more nostalgic, right? And we've had a disagreement on, which one's better, which one's this, that, the other. Do you think nostalgia clouds judgment? Like, is that a thing that you think that
100%.
if
Of
100%.
you
course.
if you
Yeah.
think that like if you're having a discussion with someone and they're nostalgic, do you think they should be like considered, or what do you think? Like, what should be the policy behind that? You think?
What do you mean? Say that again?
So, like, if you have someone who's nostalgic,
Yeah.
do you think you should take their opinion with a grain of salt, or do you think that, like they actually are, they're just the same as anyone who's watching it for the first time?
No, they're not the same. They will
Not the
always
same?
have. You will always have a certain level of like bias towards something you watched earlier. It's the same in football. Solomon knows this.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Different.
Solomon knows this. Yeah. Whenever someone asks, "Oh, who was better, Messi
Yeah,
or Zidane or something," and
yeah,
people are like,
exactly.
"Oh no, Zidane was the greatest ever. And he was so good." Da, da, da." Bro, are you dumb? It's an objective answer. Like, how can you let your bias cloud your judgment that much? That is actually crazy.
Mm,
People think that every game Zidane played was like that 2006 World Cup final. Like, oh my
yeah.
days.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yes, it
good.
absolutely does, especially in football.
Football,
100% it
yeah.
does.
For me, as a new football fan, I don't feel that. Like people talk about, oh, the next Lampard, and people are like, oh, they're always naming like football players and stuff like that. Moises Caicedo is going to be the next Sergio Busquets. Nicholas Jackson's going to be the next Drogba, and I'm just saying there like, uh, about this one, guys. But like, it's the nostalgia. It definitely does. It does. It definitely does hit. I feel like that when you
Yeah.
have old players like that. By the way, football. I'm saying this right now. Chelsea's going to humble Arsenal. Like, there's no chance it's not going to happen.
You know what?
London is blue.
Arsenal are known for capitulating against weak enemies, so they could.
What do you mean weak enemies, bro? I literally just told you we have the next Drogba and the next Sergio Busquets on our team.
Whoa!
That's
Who's
such
the
a
next
stretch.
Drogba?
Nicholas Jackson.
Are you
Bro, the
dumb?
Jet.
You're gonna get rushed by Chelsea fans if you say that in public.
No, I don't believe that actually. I just heard that. I don't actually believe that.
I was about
Anyway,
to
yeah.
say.
I forgot who said that. I just don't remember now. My ball knowledge isn't that atrocious, I swear. We gotta do a football part too.
It's for young kids. Young kid, man.
Young,
Yeah.
has Young Keeper said that? Young Keeper's kind of cool. I can't lie to you.
No, he's an idiot. He's funny, but he's an idiot.
He's fun. You can't lie. You gotta respect his dedication to his club,
Yeah,
my club.
well,
Bro,
there's a
he's
certain
shy.
level of delusion that comes with it too.
You gotta have. You can't say that Chelsea's gonna lose, bro. You gotta say they're gonna win. Like
No,
you
well,
can't give up on your team.
I don't mind. I think Arsenal fans are the most delusional, personally.
True. They
In
win one
general,
community shield, and all of a sudden,
they
everything
have
is
like,
that.
for some reason, they believe they have the best player in every single position. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
I
Even though they
can't
have
believe
Chelsea rejects
some
like
people
Declan Rice.
have you seen some Arsenal fans arguing that Saka's better than Salah?
Yeah, I've seen that. You
Are you
can't.
dumb?
Yeah.
Are you actually stupid?
Is
Like,
Mo Salah on the English national team? I don't
if
think
Mo
so.
Salah came to Arsenal, Saka gets dropped in a split second. In a split second. Anyway, yeah, we've moved too much from nostalgia.
We have to do now that I know more about football. We have to do a football part too. Like the
Oh,
first
for
one, I didn't know
goodness sake.
anything. I didn't know
Yeah,
anything.
yeah. I'm
This time,
happy
I'm
now
actually
you
a
get it.
Chelsea fan. Yeah.
We can bring
Now
in
that I'm
Junaid. We
actually
can bring in Junaid and Utu, you know.
me and like we're the sufferers. He's a Man United fan and I'm a Chelsea fan, and we're both getting absolutely violated right now.
Yeah.
Losing to Aston Villa still haunts me. I can't believe. And
We lost
Nottingham
to
Forest.
we lost to Aston Villa a while back, 8-0 to them, something like
Yeah.
that. 7-0.
Crazy,
It was
crazy.
7-2,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
it was
sure.
crazy.
I'm pretty sure you guys lost to Nottingham Forest last season as well, 1-0 or something.
Oh, maybe, I'm not sure. No, wait, not in Forest.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Nottingham Forest 1-0
Did we?
last season.
Yeah,
I
No,
think so.
I
this
probably
season.
did.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, probably. You know,
Prime under Jurgen Klopp, all that
this
shit you guys are
season,
talking.
this season is the first season that Salah has not hit a hat trick in on the first game of the season.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. This is the
Crazy.
first time in all his time in the Premier League that besides
The
Chelsea.
better he is, the more painful it's gonna be when he leaves for Saudi Arabia and you guys get absolutely shredded.
I would sell him for 250. I'd sell him.
You would sell him.
Yeah, for 250. Yeah, I would.
Liverpool's nothing without him, bro. You guys got
No,
nothing
man,
else.
we've got more than enough players to fill that void. We've got Gakpo. We can play down the center. We've got Nunes. We got loads of
Oh,
players.
Nunes got lucky, alright. He's not that good to be fair.
He's not that good. So you're telling me you'd rather have
Nunez
You'd
won
rather
that
have
one
Nico
game against
Jackson over
Newcastle.
Nunes? Who'd you rather have?
Jackson's the next striker.
Yo,
No, I'm joking. I'm not gonna say that again.
I thought I'd pop in here and give you an update. Chelsea bottled a 2-0 lead at home, so we drew 2-2. I'm mad. I'm upset. Robert Sanchez should be sacked. He does a bozo moment every single game. But at the time of recording this, we pummeled Tottenham 4-1, and then we drew to City 4-4. So it's official. Chelsea are back. Let's go. Come on, Chelsea.
yo. Let's go to the point at hand. Yeah, this debate can be for the football.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, right. Yeah.
The best
Let's keep it to
current
the side.
player in my opinion is Mudryk. Obviously, it's Mudryk.
Can you allow it? I'm gonna find you. I know where you live.
Oh
Right.
no!
Stop it. Right.
I'm getting some nostalgia. I'm getting some nostalgia from the
Can
football
we get
episode
back
now.
to nostalgia, please? Nostalgia does cloud your judgment. It does.
Definitely does.
100%, 100%.
Because
Solomon, have you got? Yeah,
you always remember the good things. You always will
Exactly.
remember the good things about
True.
something.
Very
Exactly.
true. Like the bias you have, yeah, present bias.
Yeah, that's why the old generation, you know, when you talk to the old generation, they're like, back in the 90s or the 80s or whatever, the world was so amazing, everything was brilliant.
Music
Now
was
it's
so
just
much better.
Yeah, and it's like, have you forgotten that there would have been dumb music too? There would have
Bad
been
music,
terrible
yeah.
music back then. There would have been more crime because it was easier to commit a crime. Like
The
there would have been
medicine wouldn't have
more,
been nearly as good.
there would have been more racism, more sexism. Basically, everything was worse slightly. But how do
Yeah.
you remember it so brilliantly? It's because you only remember the good times. Like
Exactly, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. We'll probably say the same to the future generation that you guys are gonna collapse and everyone's too soft.
I mean, we are already saying it, yeah.
Yeah. So
But yeah, I mean, it's just how it is, right? I mean, Solomon, do you have any other nostalgia points before we move on? Like, if you have any, that'd be good.
I do one more.
Yeah.
PSP, man. PSP.
Oh,
Yeah.
the PSP,
That was the best. All right.
bro.
I don't care. All right. This new bloody Wii. No, actually, Wii. That's the
Like,
best thing.
excuse me,
Nintendo-
No, listen. If you know all these new games that come out with Switch, so I'm gonna Switch. No,
Nin-
the system. PS4,
Nintendo
5.
DS.
No.
Nintendo DS wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it goes, yeah.
The PSP was elite. It was elite. I can't lie.
Bro,
For me, I think
literally,
the 3DS
I
does
literally
overdo the
smashed-
PSP though.
I literally smashed it because I couldn't get a level in the game. I broke it.
What?
I rage quit. I literally broke it.
My oh my days. You know what happened with my PSP? So they released a bunch of different models, right? My granddad got it from Pakistan for me for like cheap,
Mm.
and he got me the first model. And the thing about the first model is that it can't connect to the internet. It just doesn't have that feature. It literally can't. So I had two games on it, Little Big Planet and FIFA 12, right? Little Big Planet, I couldn't do anything because like the story mode is the short part. It's mainly about like creating things and sharing it with other people and playing levels and things. I couldn't do any of that. FIFA 12 again couldn't do any of that. It was
I
like
remember that.
it was like oh my days. But FIFA 12 is still best FIFA ever. Can't lie.
Whoa.
It
FIFA
was
12 wasn't the
portable.
best.
It was on the go. You had the manager mode. You had all the modes
Okay,
you
well,
need.
the last decent FIFA was like FIFA 17. That was the last
Yeah,
decent.
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that was after that.
Um,
Now
After
they're all
that, just
buggy
died.
messes. They're all just buggy messes now. You only play it for
Not even
Ultimate Team.
that. Not even that. It's just the same game over and over again. You just added new motions.
Yeah,
And
you,
they
you
call it
only play
EA.
you only
There's
play it for
proof.
Ultimate Team.
There's proof that it's the same game because they use the same what's it called?
Assets.
Yeah, they use the same assets. So it's like,
Yeah.
what? You haven't built this from the ground up. You've literally just taken a base model of the previous game and
'cause people
updated the kits and all that.
They keep giving them money.
Exactly. That's the problem. That's why like EA has too much power, man.
Telling
Too
you.
much
They do
power.
it for every series. Literally NBA, 2K20, like 23 now. Everything. Especially
Yeah.
COD as well.
Mm.
Alright. The last thing that I have on here was the history of nostalgia. So Sona was shocked about this. Solomon, I'm curious if you knew about this. Did you know that nostalgia originally was considered a mental disorder?
Really? Don't know that.
Yeah, it was considered basically it was a form of like melancholy. And so
medical professionals considered nostalgia to be a diagnosable disease at the root of anything from headaches and nausea to death. Literally death from nostalgia.
Oh, flipping hell.
It was crazy.
Shit.
Certain soldiers were always sent home in the Spanish War because of nostalgia. Autumn was particularly dangerous because the falling leaves reminded marching soldiers of their homes and wondering like why were they spending their limited time on Earth like bloodying their. So this is according to the article by The Atlantic, by the way. And French doctor Jourdain Lecointe thought nostalgia should be treated by inciting pain and terror, literally scaring the nostalgia out of you.
But
So like,
okay,
yeah,
yeah, that's
you know,
just so
like
weird.
we're all mentally disordered, I guess. We're all evil. I mean, I'm the only one with a mental condition, apparently, considering my fucking schizophrenia that's going on.
Even, I
Yeah.
think, I think it's more than that. I think I actually think it's more than that, mate.
Honestly, I'm currently creating Ibrahim Rants 4. I think that's gonna be my mental breakdown, like what's it called? Um, dissecting. Like I'm gonna dissect every bit of it into like a thing. But then basically afterwards, after scaring it out of them didn't work. It was instead turned into shame it out of them. So, an American military doctor called Theodore Calhoun thought nostalgia was something to be ashamed of. And so he thought that the people who suffered from it were idle and weak-willed. And he said
Wow.
that people should be ridiculed publicly and bullied.
Damn. Whoa.
Other dubious cures were leeches, purging the stomach, and warm hypnotic emotions. Which I
What
don't
the
even know
war?
what the hell that is.
What
Yeah.
even is that? Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that is. Like even the article is like, I don't know what unspeakable horror that is. I don't know what the I know emotion is like taking out the oil or whatever, right? So what do you mean hypnotic?
What emotion?
Emulsion.
Isn't that like, yeah, mixing a fat to like
Yeah.
with something else to make it oily or something? Yeah.
They like emulsify it. But how is that ever hypnotic?
No clue. Maybe you just watch
They
emulsification until you get hypnotized. Who knows?
Oh, this fat coming up to the surface. It's doing something to me.
It's making me forget the past.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Whenever you feel good about the good old days, just remember this shit.
yeah, you know what? We're gonna look back at today. Now will be nostalgic to us in the future.
Yeah.
That's so
And
weird, isn't it? Think
na
about that.
literally now is gonna be like we're gonna think, oh, we were so stupid back then. Like, how did we not clock these things?
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's so weird.
We're gonna be telling our grandkids, kids, oh, this is what happened in 2020, 2019. COVID happened.
Yeah,
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 you're
we're
COVID.
gonna.
That's
right.
gonna be bad. You guys want to talk about COVID as well, because that was a massive
We can
thing.
say we lived through a global pandemic.
Literally.
Exactly. Can you believe that?
And you
That's
guys want to
Crazy.
know?
crazy.
You guys want to know something really nostalgic about COVID?
What?
What?
Our first episode of this podcast was about the pandemic.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Literally,
Yeah,
we started this podcast because of the pandemic, because we wanted something better to do.
Yeah.
Let me check when that
it's
episode
so
was released.
crazy. It's so crazy to think about it. The pandemic was basically almost like 5 years ago now.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I would have loved to have the pandemic during university. I don't really want it now. I mean, I don't really
No,
wanted it
what?
during school, but like university, I don't give a shit, bro. I hate university. It was 2
You
years
need
ago,
to,
our first
you know
episode.
what? You need to work through these problems you're having at uni, man. Because like,
It's fucked. It's actually fucked.
you need to join some sort of society.
I
Join some
have, I
society.
have joined societies, bro.
And you go to these meetings here and you talk with people.
I joined this Are You Hacking Society. Oh my days, I was like, it's not good enough, bro. 26th of February 2021. The impact of COVID,
Yeah.
our terrible first episode.
Oh,
We
I
had
remember
nothing
that.
to do in lockdown, so we thought, why not make a podcast? Here's our attempt. We get better, I promise.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't believe that episode has 327 views and our current it's like 46. But I mean, like we don't care about views here.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything really
God.
nostalgic about like the lockdown, like during the lockdown period, anything like that?
Probably Among Us, isn't it?
Among Us
Yeah,
was
that
pretty
was
big, yeah.
amazing.
Chess,
Yeah,
Among
Among Us
Us.
is brilliant.
That's when I got into chess. I remember. I didn't know the rules before then. I
Yeah.
know among the COVID lockdown saved me from like confessing to someone.
Who?
I am not saying the name, bro. What do you mean? You trying to, you
Whoa!
trying to, you trying to, you
Say
trying to,
it.
you trying to, you trying
Say
to
what.
expose me, yeah?
Say what you said from the very beginning. I don't get it.
Like, as in basically, so this was during the end of year 11, right? I'll send the message on the
Yeah.
Discord, yeah? You won't know
Yeah.
actually. I mean, actually, you might know. So I basically at the end
No, I
of
don't
year
know.
11, there's like a prom, and I was
Oh
gonna
yeah.
ask her
Okay.
out to prom, basically.
Oh wow, that takes a lot of guts, you know.
You know what? To this day, I still don't know if I would have done it. I'm glad I didn't because I don't think I was emotionally mature enough back then. Um, but what ended up happening is that the lockdown cancelled it, and then I was gonna ask her out during Valentine's Day the next year, and lockdown cancelled that too. So I took it as a sign and I didn't do anything.
You know what though? That would be such a ballsy move that even if she rejected you, I don't think anyone could take the mick out of you.
Yeah, I don't know. It was because like back then I was not like I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself to be emotionally mature or B physically attractive to anyone at that point. So, you know,
No, man. You know what? That whole idea of being physically attractive is
you know,
just
nowadays
everyone has the capability to do that.
nowadays as adults we know that, but I'm talking about my mentality back then, which is exactly why I shouldn't have been dating. Because these things mattered back then,
Right.
right? These things were
Right.
actually important to us. Nowadays they're all superficial. Back then it mattered. So like, you know, things like that. Like that's why I'm glad I didn't do
Mm,
it because, you know, I needed to be alone to work through these problems that I had back then. And what everyone has back nowadays and things like that, you know?
mm.
But yeah, I mean, for me, that's like very nostalgic because I was very sad that I didn't get to do it. I was extremely upset because I was like, you know what, this could have been my chance, but you know. What other
Yeah.
nostalgic thing? I remember do you guys have online lessons?
Yeah.
My
No. What?
Yeah.
What for? What?
just in so like general for like school, like Zoom
Yeah, I
meetings and
did.
stuff.
I did, but
Yeah.
barely anyone showed up though.
Did you guys have like in Zoom meetings people would like this is a joke I literally made in the first episode. People drawing dicks in the lessons. Like there was literally like a pen feature you could draw.
No, I never had that.
So basically, what would happen is I had a chemistry teacher. He would basically put a question on the board, and then he'd basically ask someone to solve it by using the pen. And people would start drawing very non safe things with that pen.
And
And
he
so I
wouldn't
didn't.
know who it was
I don't think so. Like I mean, to be fair, like I don't think he did. No.
because anyone could control the pen, innit?
Yeah, anyone can control the pen. Like you could have multiple pens at a time, but I don't know if you can see the name. But yeah,
Okay.
that was my. You guys have any nostalgic experiences?
No, not really.
Really?
I
Like
mean, they used to when I was when I was Barking Abbey, we should have PE kits. I hated them. You had to wear shorts, very rugby top,
P.
red socks. Never, I know PE was never my. I'm sorry, but just not it.
Bro, outdoor
Usually,
football in winter is
freezing.
illegal. It should be illegal.
Exactly. We had to play rugby. It was oh my god,
Rugby.
muddy. Yeah,
That's cool.
we had to. No,
Wait,
so
wait,
not
wait. What are you talking about? In
No, I think he's
no,
on
no,
about
no, in
it's just a different story.
secondary school. We literally had to play rugby, mate. I hated it.
I
It
did
was,
that. I did
I
that.
hated it. I hated it.
Bro,
I
I
hated it. So,
yeah, bro, it's one.
Yeah. So you basically, so none of us are really sporty, right?
Whoa, speak for yourself, mate.
No, none of us are. Like, except well, Ibrahim and can run quite a bit.
yeah.
I'm
I,
weightlifting, I'm playing football, I'm
Yeah, I
running,
know, but none of us are
cricket.
sporty. As in, like,
Yeah,
we're not very good athletes,
true,
yeah.
true.
right?
We just find it fun, yeah.
Uh, but there was one that I was very good at. There was one, what was it? Sport that I was very good at. That's handball.
Oh, I have a story about handball.
I'm unusually good at it. I think because I've got such big hands and long arms that whenever anyone passed me, I could just blast it with my, like, the way I threw it was outrageous. So
Yeah, oh, I just
that was one
realized,
of
yeah.
the games that Yeah, that was one of the games we used to play. We should play handball one day. See if you can take me.
It was fun actually. You know what?
Yeah.
One day, yeah, in I forget what year it was, but I was the goalkeeper, and I'm gonna tell it like this, yeah. Imagine there's two teams, right? There's a 2 minute timer. First one to score wins. The other team has to go off, right? It's like winner stays on, right? Everyone's
Right.
taking it super competitive because that's just how it is in school, right? Everyone's playing like
Right.
we're playing in the Olympics or something. I'm in goal.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm defending everything. This is like the greatest, sickest defending you've ever seen. Everything is getting defended. Everything. Time's running out. Yeah. We're almost in sudden death. All right. I look to my left. The PE teacher he's acknowledging me. He's saying this guy's pretty good. And he's about to start writing my name to like call me on the team. Yeah. Literally last second, someone makes a mad throw. It goes between my legs and we lose.
You know what? To be fair, he should have judged your game off that one mistake.
Yeah. But I think I literally looked over and he crossed my name out. I'm not joking.
But then he's a bad coach. Then
I know he's fucking. I mean, to be fair, I would have made a shit handball player anyway because I didn't really take sports seriously back then. But you know,
Mm.
I had plenty of chances to prove myself after that, but I was just so demoralized that I just didn't do it.
yeah.
But yeah, that's my story. All my stories are so
Anyone
sad.
else?
Every time I have a story, it's always so
Sullivan,
sad.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You've lived like a sad life. Sullivan, do you have
Bro.
any stories? 'Cause-
I mean, I have one.
yeah,
Basically,
go on.
we had the PE changing rooms, and obviously they keep shouting last one out. And bloody, hell, I was right at the back. I got locked in. I actually got locked in.
Did you panic? Did you panic?
I'm
Obviously,
panicking.
I
I'm
should bang
panicking.
on the door.
I'm panicking. Don't go anywhere.
And
Don't go anywhere.
I was literally banging on the door because basically where the way there was so you had like the changing room, then you had a door which was like connected to the gym, but that was locked, so I couldn't even get out that side as well. And obviously the door, and and I remember he came after, and I was like, shit. But yeah, man,
Well,
crazy.
You ruined my holiday. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of the bald nonce. Like I'm panicking. I'm panicking.
I'm panicking. Wait, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Oh. Oh. What
Anyways,
else
I think we
happened?
can all agree nostalgia is the best worst feeling in the world.
Definitely. Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It's the best worst feeling.
It's a good feeling because you feel the happiness you felt back then, but you also feel a longing for going back to that time.
Yeah, I like to
Yeah.
you know the Dr. Seuss quote where it's like, "Don't be sad that it ended, be happy that it happened."
Yeah.
You know that
Yeah.
one. That that makes me feel a bit better because at least you experienced it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you went through it, and you could reminisce about it. That those are the good old days. But
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
honest, that's just if you're looking at it honestly, that's just your brain making you think that it was better back then. Because it just wasn't objectively. It wasn't. It probably wasn't.
Mm.
Your life was just as complicated.
Yeah.
And you had just as many problems. You just remember all the great things that happened, just like you'll do with this in the future. I'm sure you hate
Yeah.
uni right now, Ibs, right?
Yeah. But I'm sure I'll love it
But there's gonna
after.
be a point in your life where you're gonna be like, "Oh man, I miss those days." Just chilling on Discord, doing the podcast, going out to bowling every now and then. You're gonna think like that one day,
That's how I feel
and you won't
about
even realize it.
GCSE times. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's how I feel about GCSE. When I did A level maths, I realized how easy I had it during GCSE maths.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
For me,
makes you
like
think in it.
the things I was stressed about back then compared to now is it's crazy. Like I
Yeah,
used
you
to
realized.
oh no, I'm about to get sad again. Oh no.
Ibra-
But like
Ibrahim, your life, yeah, Ibrahim, your life is so depressing,
I'm so
man.
different. I'm
I
basically
swear, it actually is.
I used
Every
to
single time. Oh,
I used to get bullied. Oh no, I don't want to do this now. I used to get bullied, right?
Yeah.
I
Ibrahim,
swear I'm not
man.
doing this on purpose,
Now
right?
let him tell the story, innit? Let him tell the story.
I used to
Go
get
on.
bullied, right? But the bullying was like, okay, yeah, it was physical, right? It was pretty physical. But
Yeah.
compared those problems to now, and like it's like nothing. It's genuinely like nothing. It's crazy.
Right.
It's like because like back then like this is back when Higher Gang formed, right? Because it was like a collection of people who despise like I've told you guys about that big tall black guy. I'm not gonna name him here, right? You remember him, right?
Yeah.
And like how
Yeah.
we basically used to constantly get attacked by them and things like that. That was like in my head, that was like the biggest stressful thing like ever. That was the thing that I was like, I'm so happy that GCSE is gonna finish because they're gonna go to a different sixth form and I can finally be happy now.
Yeah.
And then, you look back on it and it's like I had it so well back then. But
You know,
yeah,
sometimes nostalgia is a bad thing as well, because
but
you think about the bad things as well that happen, like the good things as well, but sometimes you think about like what happened to you before, like bad things happen, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Have you guys got any
You just got
other things to say?
No.
I
Nothing?
kind of said what
We've
I kind
passed
of said what I needed to say.
Yeah, we're past the hour mark anyway, so we've said enough. All right, final
Mm.
quotes. Any final quotes from you guys?
Not really. I just think, everyone gets nostalgia,
Yeah.
and it's good to reminisce about the past, but don't let it bring you down,
Wait, I'm sorry.
Don't let it make you think that
Are you getting nostalgic?
what?
Do I need to get the leeches out?
No,
You
just saying,
mentally, you mentally unwell man. What's wrong with you?
mentally weak.
You're weak-minded.
Idle.
You're weak-minded. How dare you?
Anyway, yeah, don't let it bring you down. Don't let it you know, don't let it convince you that life is difficult now, because it's not. It's the same. You will always reminisce about the past, because
Yeah,
that's just the way the past is. So I just like to remind myself of that.
true. Very true. Cinnamon?
Yeah, that's just what Sona said. I can't bother to repeat it.
Oh, man. All right. I mean, I don't remember where this quote came from, but I just remember it. But you don't know you're in the greatest times of your life until it's gone. That's my
Yeah,
that's my
yeah,
final
that's
quote. I don't remember where it comes
mm,
from, but yeah.
That's really sad.
It is, isn't
yeah,
it?
That makes it sad,
It's very true.
deep, man.
Oh,
because you guys realize we've probably had the best time of our lives already. Right?
yeah, probably. I
Yeah,
mean,
probably, yeah.
there's plenty of good memories to
Unless
make still, though.
unless one of us becomes like crazy rich and can take the others out on like crazy holidays and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
Soon.
soon.
Just got
So
hopefully,
now,
innit?
yeah,
If
so
I'm
now.
working, if I'm
just
working at Goldman Sachs, you know.
Married to, oh, money's the most important thing in the world. It makes the world go round. I know you, son. I know you're gonna become rich. I know
It is, it is, it is, it
it.
is, it is. People will say it isn't lie. They
They're
lie.
lying, they're lying. But yeah,
Anyway, yeah. I
uh,
think that's but pretty much it, innit?
here's to you both having wonderful lives.
Thank you.
Here's to
thank
me
you.
having a less depressing life because clearly it's been too depressing right now. It hasn't gotten any better, by the way. My Ibrahim Rounds 4 is gonna be just as depressing. I swear to God, this last year has been crazy.
But Ibrahim, why though? I don't understand,
I
man.
don't know, man. My mind is
Let him be
fucking.
depressed, innit?
Sometimes I
Let's
wish.
just end the podcast
Sometimes I
now
wish I
because
could
people
turn
don't
my
want to
brain
hear
off.
this waffle.
All right, cool.
They don't want to hear this waffle.
Say goodbye then. Hurry up.
Thanks for
Goodbye.
listening.
Thank you for watching. We have a TikTok. We have an Instagram. We don't even post on it that much. We have a YouTube, which you're watching this on, unless we post on a different platform one day.
Hmm.
You've been watching Infallible, and we will see you next time. Bye for now. You guys gonna say bye?
I already
Bye, I
said
said
bye,
it. Bro, how many times do you want to say it?
innit? Yeah.